So, you lost some friends because of politics. Oof! I feel that. I've been there. I've done that. I understand. But not to worry. I am here to help you. If this is your first time to my channel, allow me to introduce myself. My name is Vanessa, and I used to be a radical leftist until I started questioning things going on within the Democrat Party. And through that process, I lost a lot of friends, okay? And so you might be in that same predicament. And if I had to guess, you're probably also someone who is questioning the left. And I say this because very rarely do I hear of the opposite happening. And so if you're in that predicament, I welcome you to this channel. And hopefully this video will give you a little bit of encouragement and some advice because boo-boo, this is not my first rodeo. I am losing friends all the time. My friend circle is like yay big. And I keep it that way because listen, people have their own minds and they can decide what they want to do with whatever information that's presented to them. And some people would rather plug their fingers in their ear and la 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 la. And I don't have time for that. Okay. So here are my tips for you. I have some notes right here. So first of all, as I said, you're going to lose friends. Accept that. Accept it. Don't grovel. Okay. Don't backpedal. If you have found the truth and you understand that something is the way that it is, accept that some people are not going to accept that. Okay. This could be your friends. It could be your family members. It is not your job to hold their hand and get them to see the light. You will drain yourself by doing that. So what I would recommend is that you extend some grace to them. So in the process of these people cutting you off and probably slandering you as a racist, a white supremacist, a Nazi, whatever, because these people love to categorize anyone who questions their progressive agenda as being in the camp of Nazis. While they're doing that to you, extend them some grace. And what I mean by this is recognizing that if you could wake up and if you could see the light, then so could they. I am literally living proof of this. I used to have some crazy, I guess you can call it conservative derangement syndrome because my hatred went beyond just hating Trump. I hated anyone who was Republican, Christian, conservative. I hated all of them. And I don't anymore. I don't. It was very narrow-minded, very prejudiced of me and stupid, to be perfectly honest. But I woke up. And if it wasn't for my friend's circle being patient with me and not exchanging or not matching my energy, if it wasn't for that, who knows? I might have quadrupled down and concluded that it's more comfortable for me to stay in my web of lies than coming to the conclusion that maybe I was wrong about something. It's a lot easier for people to reject the truth when they feel a sense of shame and bitterness. And so that's what I would say is extend grace to people. And I know it's difficult, especially when they're so nasty, but just ignore them. Just ignore them. Don't stoop to their level. All right. So the next thing that I would say is share your testimony. Share your story. I guarantee you there are millions of people out there that feel the same way that you do. And that's something that is so valuable. I think people need to see that it's okay to come out with a different opinion, or it's okay to question the popular opinions. It's okay. And people need that encouragement. In the same way that I'm making this video for you, and hopefully it's doing something for you, you can help someone else by simply sharing your testimony. And that can be through a YouTube video, that can be within a friend group, of friends who are open-minded and actually willing to hear you out. But just share your testimony, your story, okay? The next thing that I would say is stay humble. This is a hard one. This is very hard. When people go through a political awakening, what tends to happen is they think that all of the truth that they were seeking is found exclusively within a certain philosophy or political ideology. And that is stupid, okay? We should always be humble and in this constant pursuit of truth. Always go in to a conversation with the anticipation that you might be proven wrong about something, and it's okay. Okay. So always have this desire to keep learning, keep seeking, and be hungry for the truth. I would also recommend that you find some community. It's going to be really important. And this is why I said share your testimony, because people might reach out to you trying to talk to you about their situation, looking for advice. But I think it'd be good for you to find community of like-minded individuals, and that might come naturally. But if I could recommend a community for you, maybe check out the Walkaway campaign, which is a organization that I'm a part of, where it's basically a bunch of ex-liberals that left the radical left. And the beauty about this movement is that we don't tell you where to go. We just tell you to use your brain to think for yourself, question things, and through that process, hopefully getting you to walk away from the left, because anyone who can objectively look at that party can see that's a hot mess and I want nothing to do with that. Not saying that there aren't problems on the right, which is why I am an independent. And so check out the Walkaway campaign. There's a massive Facebook group that you can find. And then also, I think the last thing that I would recommend, it's a really short list. I actually didn't have much written down. The last thing that I would recommend is that when you walk away from the left, consider what it is you're walking towards, okay? Because I think when people feel displaced, they have a tendency to flail, like they feel like, I don't have any sense of direction. I think it would be worth it to, while you're staying humble and keeping an open mind and being open to new information, I think it would be worth it to consider, what is it that you're walking towards? Which is something that I always say. Okay, walk away, but what is it that you're walking towards? Okay. And I think those are all of my tips that I have. If you want to hear more about my story, I actually have my own documentary. I didn't record it myself, but I have a documentary made about me and my political journey that you can rent on Amazon Prime Video and Lore TV. And who knows, it might help any other Black leftists that you know personally see the lights. And so, yeah, I'm going to leave you with that. I hope this video blesses you. My name is Vanessa. You may know me as Gothix, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.